Welcome back to the Unanimous Decision Podcast. I'm your host, DPalm. Follow me on Blue Sky, Instagram, all your socials at DPalm66. Follow the show at UDPod. Follow the entire MTR network at, you guessed it, the MTR network. You found us. Don't you dare lose us. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. That's right, YouTube. There's a video component to this podcast now. Hi to you who just switched over. I'm waving directly at you and no one else. Make sure we're dragging this podcast into 2015, one episode at a time. So do me a huge favor on the YouTube page. Hit subscribe. You'll catch the web exclusives video. You'll catch this podcast delivered directly to wherever your device is, probably your cell phone, because we're all tied to them this year. It's 2025. We're brought to you, as always, by DanielPaulMortgages.com. If you can pay your rent, you can pay a mortgage. It's my job to help you qualify. Make sure you check out my other podcasting venture, Life, Love, and Real Estate. New episode is out right now. Make sure you subscribe to not miss your best way to be ready for your new home in 2026. Last piece of housekeeping is that if you're listening to this before 8 p.m. on Tuesday, December 16th, it's not too late. You can buy a ticket to watch myself and the rest of the graduates of the Laugh Lab comedy class do our stand-up graduation show. I'm not telling you when I'm going on, so you have to come. I'm going on first and last, and then you got to vote to see who wins. Are any of those things true? Who knows? See you Tuesday. But a lot of very funny comedians. There's going to be about 20 of us. Everyone's got 5 minutes. They're all hilarious. I want to just first and foremost, everyone's funny. I'm excited to do this. The host, the creator of the class is my good friend, Lace Larrabee. You may know her from America's Got Talent. You can go on YouTube right now and check out her special, which is called White Trash Cinderella, and truer words about a friend of mine never have been spoken. But you didn't come here for comedy talk. You didn't come here to plug my funny friends. You came here to talk to my friends who aren't nearly as funny, but are somewhat interesting. And that's why we've got Nata back on the show today.
Oh, word. Okay, I see.
I used Lace to make fun of you, and that makes me really happy on like a lot of levels.
I hope you are proud of yourself.
I'm going to send this to Lace. I'm going to clip just the intro and send this to Lace tomorrow.
Yo, like I haven't even been here like a smooth month, maybe even 6 weeks. And then here you go. You go.
Wouldn't it be weirder if it was different?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, then. Before we get into any show, I something happened as I was walking up here. First and foremost, I watched Tua throw a pick, and Nata, you know me. I pride myself on being logical and like reasonable, and I'm the last owner of Tua stock in America.
Why?
Because I was in the building when he did it to Georgia.
Fair.
It's an irrational look. I'm irrationally tied to this player forever. Like I'm in on Tua until he decides to put it up. Like, yes.
Do you still own Averex?
He's leading the league in picks. Big deal.
Like you own Averex. You're like the one or two that still own Averex jackets, aren't you?
I don't think Tua was ever as popular as Averex jackets.
Fair, but still, you like the one. You're like the one keeping him in business, ain't you?
Look, man. Allow me my blind spot. Allow me one time to be real stupid. I'm gonna be
No. You don't get to insult me at the open of the show and then allow you that little. No, absolutely.
Fair enough. That's fair. It's fair. That's fair. Nata's back, guys. We're gonna get into what we think we're gonna get into to start the show. But I do want to say this. In the Monday Night Football pregame show, Joe Buck made a 6-7 joke, and I think that should kill that, right? We're done.
You would think so.
I would hope so.
You would think so. Sir, I was around for the dab. I was there when the mayor did the dab, and it still lived.
Which mayor?
The mayor of Charlotte. The city council.
The Charlotte?
Yes.
I thought you meant Eric Adams' trifling ass. I just...
No. The dab got to Charlotte. Again, remember, Cam Newton was a big thing for a very long time.
Until they kept drafting guys they wanted to replace him with. Anyway, let me move on. Because I want to take everyone back to Wednesday of last week. About 4 p.m. I want to take you to my life. Very busy time of year trying to get everything wrapped up before holidays. And I'm going to Dynamite that night because I get to see Okada wrestle live. It was awesome, first and foremost. But I leave the show and I've
more salt in the wound, I see. Salt in the wound. More salt in the wound. You got to see Okada live. Nice.
Not everything's about you. Shockingly.
Really? No, that's not true. No, especially
And
not
I'm
now.
leaving, and I say goodbye to my friends. I bought my friends these tickets as Christmas gifts. Like this is our big event for like the year.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like waiting in traffic to get out, and because I'm a bad person, I look at my cell phone and I see Sharon Moore's been fired at Michigan. And I think to myself, well, I know 3 people, so I've also heard some rumors this past 2 years. But, that's a weird
Mm-hmm.
decision to fire him now.
Mm-hmm.
And traffic's taking forever. Like, you can't get out of this place. It's all left turns.
Yeah.
And so I read Michigan's press release,
Mm-hmm.
and they cite a relationship with a staffer.
Mm-hmm.
And for reasons I think my brain goes to, well, that does happen a lot,
Yes.
but it's
Yeah.
really rare to get fired over it, especially to be mentioned on company letterhead. And all I can think to myself is something else must have happened. And now I explain to you once again, traffic is a motherfucker.
Yes.
I'm standstill, my friend.
I know where you live, so I understand.
Oh no, but it was at the Dream Arena, so it was like a really small venue wrestling show. Like if you can go to see
Wow.
Dynamite in a small venue, go do that. Anyway, like 2,000 seater, it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still sitting there,
Yeah.
and I'll be damned if I don't find a post that says
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Moore's been arrested.
Yep.
I haven't left the parking lot, Nata.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so now, like we talked about it a little with Felder last week, we were very careful.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know some of the things that are now known as fact were only rumors then.
Mm-hmm.
But as you and I sit down on December 15th, I feel okay kind of opening up the full smorgasbord. That's a great word.
Yeah, no, the full smorgasbord of what the fuck. Yes.
Of what the fuck. Nata, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Dog. Like this dude, like we can start with he will never work in football again. We can start there. We can also say this man is lucky to be alive on several fronts.
2 weeks after Art Briles got hired.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I find your first statement
Hard to believe.
It's one of the ones as rumors of Bill Belichick hiring Bobby Petrino circulate.
Mm-hmm.
I find it.
You find it hard to believe.
I want you to be right.
I see. Here's the thing, because we got to go into all of this.
Let's go into all of it.
Because
well, first of all, let's do the right like neighborly thing. Someone who's listening to this is like, okay, I know something happened, but what happened? Sharon Moore was relieved of his duties in Michigan and allegedly returned to the domicile of his young white assistant who he'd been sleeping with for a continuous relationship for some time that she had ended. And this is allegedly because the timeline doesn't work all the way for me, but allegedly she ended the relationship and came forward to the University brass on Monday. This all happened Wednesday, and then everything goes down. I do want to just say this right now. If I had heard rumors in Atlanta, Georgia, as someone who at one point was an agent, but has not been an agent for legitimately 10 years. Yeah. I haven't been an agent. I have no reason to know to not be shocked when they said why they fired him. I think that's fair to say.
That's fair.
Not, this is like when my little brother was a senior in high school. Some kids did some light vandalism around the town, and they were like, "Who did it?" And I came home from college, and my mom told me the names of the kids who did it. And I said, "Well, they're going to get caught." And she says, "Why?" I go, "Because you just told me their names, and you're not Batman."
Exactly.
And so,
exactly.
I imagine they're going to get caught. And so, yeah. So I'm giving that backstory now. He apparently breaks into her home, threatens himself and her with physical violence. He is then arrested or detained. I want to make sure we use the right words because of the image we saw during arraignment. He was detained And on Wednesday evening, it was held until Friday midday when he was formally arraigned. The arraignment was video. For some reason, we see the video. We've seen stills, and he is in a white suit in a rubber room. This is no speculation. I am telling you what's on the video. And now here we are. He's been charged with one felony and a couple misdemeanors. And here we are, Nata.
Yeah, here we are. So let's
and a layer of it all. The embattled AD in Michigan
who fired him by himself.
Did not have anyone present from HR or legal or security when he terminated this man's lifelong dream job.
Speaking of people who will probably never work again.
Again, you think I know it? He will work again. He's an administrator. They take care of their own.
He will. He will never be another athletic director for another Power 5 job, Power 4 job.
He'll never be a full-time one. He could slide into someone's interim seat when someone else gets fired. But yes, I agree. He'll never be interviewed for that job. How about that?
Because remember, the Juwan Howard stuff is on his watch.
A lot. So if you've seen the CNN article, there's a lot of stuff that happened on his watch.
There's a lot.
We're not going to go there right now because I don't have the time nor the inclination. There's a lot more to talk about, but I do want to talk about Sharon Moore. Nata. All bad, first and foremost.
And the funny part is, you've just talked about the stuff that we know. There's other stuff.
I don't want to deal with it.
There's
if you've read
other stuff.
I know there's other stuff, Nata.
I know. Again, I'm trying to implore to the audience, do some Googles. There's more that's confirmed that hasn't been out yet. And
do your Googles and then also think about why the guy who is on episode 376 of a show no one listens to is decided not to engage in those conversations.
Exactly. Like there is this guy he's done. Like I thought.
I hope so.
Honestly, because this should have been this could have been a Javon Belcher situation. For those that do not remember that, Javon Belcher was a Kansas City Chiefs player that killed his girlfriend, then killed himself in the parking lot. I believe this was about, a decade ago?
Oh, it's got to be longer than
that. Maybe 50. Actually, no, because Romeo Crennel was the coach. So it was closer to 15.
Yeah, Romeo was the coach.
So this is closer to 15, closer to it's a while ago.
2003.
Oh, wow.
2003.
Okay,
wait,
over 20 years ago.
Right. Hold on.
Javon Belcher was 20.
You keep talking. I'm gonna find this
I am legitimately surprised.
Javon Belcher. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. You're wrong. Yeah. I'm wrong. Keep going.
I was hoping because the big thing about it is this was an incident where this could have been 2 dead, Michigan coach and assistant dead. We also have, just so we're aware, the reason why everybody knew about this and why Ward Manuel's probably gone too. Remember, this woman got a $30,000 pay bump last year. Ward Manuel has to sign off on that. This was flagrantly in the open. So, and I still think there's at least another shoe that has to drop, because if you're telling me, oh, they fired him for losing to Ohio State one too many times, the timeline doesn't add up. Because quite frankly, if you were going to do that and you're Michigan and you have Stephen Ross money and Larry Ellison money and Tom Brady money, you have all this money, you're going to just go in and go get the best coach at the outset of the coaching carousel. You're not waiting till after signing day. Something happened. Monday. Something else has gone down.
And by the time this posts on Tuesday morning, you may know it. I don't know it. And I don't think, I'm sure it'll come out because 2025, but I want to say for the record, we don't need to know it.
No.
There's no public good to be done. There's a woman life's been turned upside down partially through the actions of this man. There's a family that's been destroyed.
Yeah.
I am going to do my best to like have this be one of the last times I really talk about this, barring some like thing that I have to talk about, of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't. There are people here,
Yeah,
and like on a macro scale, there's a bigger problem in Michigan. If you look at like the co-offensive coordinator with him, also under indictment right now. If you talk about the hockey coach, the stuff that happened there, talk about the doctor who molested all those, like it's pervasive at that institution, particularly in athletics. And this is the one. The one thing I always tell people about college sports is you don't want smart people looking at what you do and asking any questions.
yeah.
Because you and I have friends who are from other countries, and you explain to them how college football works. Even right, like people are like, "Oh, they're getting paid NIL." Eat shit. They're making billion-dollar TV deals.
Like this is the only one where the talent. This is the only country where the youth talent does not get a commensurate share of the profits. Go look at those soccer academies.
People are like, Carson Beck made $3 million. I'm like, no, Carson Beck made about a couple billion, but he only was handed the money, the NIL, the pittance he was able to drum up in his free time.
The crazy thing is,
so NIL, yes, it's a step in the right direction. I'm glad they can be compensated. I'm glad that they found ways to take what was in the dark and bring it to light. I do think it's weird that Indiana didn't know you could pay players before it was allowed, but hey, here we are. But like,
well, I mean,
well,
I put it like this: there's just so much of this that feels so off.
Yeah,
and we're gonna find out what that off thing is, and we're gonna be like, lock him up and throw away the key.
and I openly wish we didn't. I know we're going to, but I just really wish we didn't have to.
Yeah, because this is just all bad. This has been all bad.
This is December. It is college football season still, so we're going to talk about the Heisman winner because a young man from Miami, not Carson Beck, but a kid who had to matriculate all the way to Indiana, won the Heisman. Was it the first Heisman ever? This is crazy.
Yes.
This is crazy, Nata.
Like Kurt Cignetti brought Indiana a Heisman before the basketball coaches brought them a championship in the last 40 years. Think about
the
that.
last 40. I think it's like the thing about it is historically basketball's won much faster.
They haven't basketball hasn't been to a Final Four since 2000. They haven't won it since I believe 87. That's how long it was. And in that time, Kurt Cignetti got them a Heisman, a number one seed, number one overall in football, and a Heisman winner.
Like it's hard? Is it hard, guys? It is tough.
It's amazing what happens when you don't have cronies, when you don't hire your buddies. It's amazing what happens.
Don't look at Georgia's coaching staff. Do you think Mendoza should have won?
I just don't like who are you really going to give it to?
Can I just be real petty right now?
Go ahead.
Diego, if you'd kept your fucking mouth shut, I could be out here right now being like, hey man, Diego Pavia said he's 6 foot and they say Mendoza's 6'1". I saw the pictures. Diego Pavia is 5'9". Get that man a Heisman, but you had to be an asshole about it. You had to be an asshole about it. I was
like, I hate to be the old man wagging his finger at the talent, but it's like, dude, now we see why you sued to stay in college an extra year, because you don't want to grow up. That was one of those times where you could be like, you could just say, hey, be grown about it, go about it in a nice, polite way.
You say that in the hotel room with the homies.
Yes, you do.
And then you go out and you play nice with the cameras. Like, of course you feel that way. You're a competitor, man. Like, that spirit is why you got in the room.
Yeah.
The lack of ability to use it judiciously is why you'll stay just in the room.
Like, he has a chance to own a whole bunch of bars on Main Street in Nashville.
Time out. Yo, this.
Yeah.
I saw Doug Flutie play football.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me find out. And I know I'm wrong. Like, I'm ending up with the Tua situation. I'm in 10 years like, hey man, Pavia can never get off the bench, man. He's got a shot, man. Like that's gonna be me, but
We
still,
all gotta
like,
have fantasies to believe in, though, Paul.
I know
I'll
what
give you that one.
Nata, I know what I saw.
I know.
I know what I saw. You win against Texas and like win at the teeth of one of the best, most expensive collections of talent in college football.
Mm-hmm.
Like with no fear in his heart. Maybe he should use a little bit of fear, but like he had none.
Well, like again, Jeff Garcia was a thing, so it's not like Diego Pavia can't be off the bench for some team and just be around. But doing the stuff that he's doing doesn't make it any easier for some team to be like, "Hey, I'm going to take a chance on him."
It'd have been so easy, Diego, to just do the thing. Javon Belcher passed away in 2012.
Okay, 13.
Closing a loop there. Okay, so we got the Heisman put to bed. I do think it's wild that Justin Sane wasn't even close.
Well,
is that honestly, just me?
Well, think about like how many first rounders is he throwing to now?
I'm not. Look, there's a version of this season where he walks away with the Heisman.
There is.
Historic. But
he's got to beat Indiana.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but he's got to beat Indiana.
Agreed. And also Mendoza had that game.
Yeah.
That everyone was watching. And that's the thing. I think that Ohio State did a lot of their stuff just because of the nature of the size of these conferences now. There was never like a, here comes Ohio State's big test until it was Indiana. And then the test they failed.
Yeah. And that's the problem with a lot of this is like, unfortunately, due to these conferences going to 9-game schedules, and you're going to see a lot of people incentivized not to play anybody in those opening 3. Like,
Nata, if you're going to play 9 SEC games, how dare you try to play someone else?
Fair.
That sounds it sounds legitimately dangerous.
Well, again, play Notre Dame.
Georgia did, and they beat them twice in a home and home a couple years back. No one remembers that.
Go play Notre Dame.
That was the last game I was at Sanford for.
Oh, wow.
Was the night game against Notre Dame.
Oh, man. That sounds like fun.
It was a great. It was me. It was me, Andrew. It was Hall. Like we got the whole Dude You're Crazy crew together for the first time ever.
Oh wow!
All 4 of us were in the same place at the same tailgate. Like it was a great fucking day. Let's go talk to the playoff. Talk this stupid fucking thing they built to make money that they don't give to the players.
I can admit it's stupid now since I'm unemployed. I can admit it's stupid now. I can say the stuff I've been muzzled by saying. You're welcome, by the way.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad you're here. Let's talk just first and foremost. So we've got 12 teams because why not? Yes. Again, I want to reiterate last episode. If you have 2 losses, enjoy your bowl game. You shouldn't be involved in that shallow conversation. I'll die believing that. But we have 12. I think there's only 4 feasible winners.
That much?
I think there are 4.
Who are they? I'm assuming it's Oregon. I'm assuming you're talking Indiana and Ohio State. Who's the 4th?
Don't be an asshole.
Georgia. I'm sorry.
The 4th is don't be an asshole, Nata.
Okay,
that's the 4th
fair.
Don't be an asshole on my show.
You know, fair.
I forgot about Georgia as I talked to Deep. Okay, sure.
Honestly, to be fair, I've been feeding babies, and I've been on bona fide paternity leave. Again, and I
want everyone to notice I didn't drop any of his news for him.
I had to have that excuse in the talk.
There you go. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, are those the 4 that you think can win it? Because let's just go through the other ones really quickly. James Madison and Tulane.
No, thanks for
I don't know why you're here. Alabama and Oklahoma. Oklahoma is half a football team.
The defense is championship caliber. Everything else isn't.
That is a half. I think your special teams is pretty good too, actually.
Fair.
And Alabama, you've already lost this team in Norman.
And Kalen DeBoer's coaching for his job.
Is he? Or is he going to be in Michigan?
Harris, no. I don't think they're going for him. I don't think they're going.
You've heard my conspiracy theory, right?
Yes, I have heard your conspiracy theory. Do you want to know who I think they really get?
Who?
Dan Lanning.
Cool. Keep
him out of the SEC.
Awesome.
Keep him out of the SEC.
Get all that Ellison money, baby. Get some Oracle stock. Like, stay the fuck away from Jordan from the SEC.
Like that's like I think, but again, Dan Lanning with.
I'm
with
so glad
Ellison,
that's like my gimmick now, but it's true. I'm terrified of Dan Lanning, like getting like a
I
pipeline
don't
to like
think,
legitimate top level talent. No thanks.
I don't think you want that either.
No. What, Michigan?
Yes, I don't think you want Dan Lanning in Michigan. With that kind of money.
You know, okay, so the only team in the Big Ten I'm ever going to be worried about is Ohio State.
Fair.
Because when Urban came there, he brought all his Southern recruiting ties and left that infrastructure there. I don't give a shit. Michigan, fine, good luck. I don't care. You can't,
even if it is Dan Lanning.
You can't out recruit the talent that's in Atlanta.
I agree. I just wonder. I do wonder if they're going to have the want to have everybody forget about this little period of time. Oh,
first of all, the want to. If it was a year ago, they'd hire Bill Belichick.
Fair. I can't even argue with you on that.
They're here to do whatever it takes for you to say, what bad thing you mean just happened?
Which is why
you got the checks and the bucks to do it. And
Which
Ross is look. If I'm Stephen Ross, I'd stop cutting them dolphin checks. Your check might bounce next week, Matt McDaniel. This shit's going north.
Which is why I still think it's Dan Lanning, and why I think if it's Dan Lanning, everybody needs to be afraid.
If it's Dan Lanning, is Michigan a Nike school? Because it then won't be Dan Lanning. Let's talk big brain about this shit.
Fair.
If you're a Nike school, you're not dislodging Dan Lanning from Phil Knight's backyard.
Technically, it's Jumpman. Technically. I can, again, this if it wasn't Larry Ellison, I would probably subscribe to your theory more. I would probably subscribe to it more.
Larry Ellison loves money more than he loves Michigan. I cannot say the same about Phil Knight. Because Larry Ellison's a donor, that's Phil Knight's school.
Fair.
There's no Oregon without Phil Knight.
That's true.
Phil Knight's a rich man with one hobby.
That's true.
The Ducks.
Well, no. The Oregon football is his hobby. Oregon basketball.
I didn't know they had other teams, honestly.
I'm glad I just had to make you aware of that. Dana Altman's been in plain sight mediocre for God knows how long. And the Duck fan that listens to this podcast is nodding with me vigorously.
He knows. They all know. They can lie to themselves, nor than I lie to myself about the fact that I don't think I'll ever see an elite quarterback at Georgia, and because it just doesn't seem to work with the equation they're building. I don't get it.
The closest you got is Stafford, and get
a Hall of Famer out of it.
Yeah, you got a Hall of Famer out of it. So
got a Hall of Fame quarterback out of it, which is kind of nice.
That's a really good Faustian bargain, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's a really good Faustian.
Hey, man, you know the reason the BCS is missed? Because at one point it put Georgia at number 3 in the nation in the Sugar Bowl against Hawaii. And I don't give a shit what's happened since. It's my favorite bowl experience. Because they redeemed the black jerseys and they beat the dog shit out of that team.
Was that one of the Colt Brennan years?
Yes.
Okay. I was just making sure.
It ended poorly for Colt.
Obviously.
All right. So my next question for you about this whole bracket thing. What would it take? What's it going to take for me to believe in Indiana? Because like for them to get to the semifinals would be them against Oregon. Like I'm not like nothing I see against them playing the winner of Alabama, Oklahoma is going to convince me of shit. And so then it becomes the Oregon because Texas Tech that again half a team that defense is
yeah a lot of teams with a lot of really good defenses.
Not your dad's Big 12. Holy shit. But yeah, that offense.
You want to talk about schools with money? Texas Tech is one of them.
And again, it's a combination. It's not just money. It's money and want to.
Very true. There ain't
nothing
else
have
to
the
do
desire. Money don't mean shit. That's the one thing I've learned watching SEC football. You don't have to have that much money if you got a lot of want to and use it all. Yeah, you can outperform some schools that just have a lot of money.
Whew. Yeah, you can. You can.
LSU is not a rich school.
That's true.
But I'll be good and goddamn if you want to then.
That's true.
But just not
you
gonna
have,
happen.
You have to have a lot of want to get
Get up real early in the morning, out want to, then buy you boys. So, what is the funniest outcome of the playoff, and why is it national champion Pete Golding?
Man. Honestly, the funniest the funniest outcome. Alabama in the semis losing to Indiana. I think that's the way the bracket rolls.
Yeah, that's not going to be funny though. That's the thing that's going to happen.
Come on, you have to no. That is the legitimate funniest thing. Now, granted, that might mean Kalen DeBoer cannot be in the state of Alabama for the next 25 years, but to me, that's still the funniest one.
No, that's only funny because it assumes that they beat Oklahoma.
It's Brent Venables.
It's not going to be likable to beat Kalen DeBoer.
When have you ever believed in Brent Venables, a Brent Venables coach team?
I believe in Brent Venables coach defense a lot.
That's one, again, coached unit, not coached team.
Cool. If, as we saw in the championship game of the SEC,
fair.
When Ty ain't got no time, things break down real fast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Again, how'd you put it? What if we just hit you with a big stick over the head?
What if I just? Yeah, that's a very adorable. That's a very intricate thing you've put together. But what if I hit it with hammers? Like, what if I hit your fancy machine with a bunch of hammers?
That's fair.
Then parts don't work so good no more. Smack.
I don't know. Again, we know that Matt's coaching for his job, even if you think Michigan is in his future, and I'm not sure it is.
Oh, that's probably not. My conspiracy theory is hilarious, and like honestly, the only person who can pull it off is Jimmy Sexton.
Yes.
And if he does, I hope he retires. I hope he pulls it off and retires.
He's going to go to political fixing next because it's easier.
Just vanish into the ether like he was never actually there. Is there a better coaching turnaround in our lifetimes than 24 months of Curt Cignetti?
No.
Okay.
No.
I just want to say it out loud.
No. Like, that man got players to Bloomington, Indiana. That's harder to do than getting guys to South Bend.
So, like, it's easier than State College.
Yeah. Yes.
What gets me is that the first year it was like cute because he grabbed those JNU kids, he like got them on a real meal plan and got them in an expensive locker room and like won a bunch of fucking games. This team would beat their dog shit out of last year's team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy to me that you can be that quick of proof of concept. And as long as you, and the thing about it is, because we've seen like these pop up mini runs.
It's sustainable what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying.
The crazy part.
Because he built it in a way that there's an actual core. Like Florida State, there had no core. We'll talk about that later. But like this, you can build here. And that's crazy.
And he's taking Big Ten. Like, that's where the money and the want to come in. Because when you have a guy that knows exactly what it's supposed to look like, and he's very dedicated to what it's supposed to look like, and he's essentially a more likable, less despicable Mike Leach, he becomes like that's.
Can I tell you what I hear every time I hear him talk?
What?
Wrestling, high school wrestling coach of a very successful high school.
Yeah.
Google me. I win. Like he's just like, oh, that's a wrestling coach.
That tracks.
That's 9 straight state titles. Like, don't ask me questions.
Exactly. What are you doing questioning me? Come on now. Like, but he knows what he wants.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he wants. He knows how to make it sustainable. And all he's got to do is plug a hole here, plug that, go ask Mark Cuban for another $5 million, which he'll give, and he'll go get more guys.
Mark Cuban will give it and forget about it and then have to lie in deposition about why he gave Aspiration money. Anyway.
Yes, exactly. But it's very sustainable. And it's like I said at the outset of this conversation, it's amazing what you can do if you don't start hiring your dickhead buddies. You just go get the best coach. You're surprise, you're actually going to win something.
Apropos of nothing, Mike Bobo is a finalist for the goddamn Royals.
Oh, jeez.
I've never had reality like weaponized against me in such a way.
Oh,
Because
wow.
what they're telling me is that, no, Daniel, you're fucking crazy. He's great at his job. And I'm like, hey guys, I got eyes and shit. Like, you can't just tell me anything.
I'm
glad
sorry.
you think it's funny. I'm glad
I'm
you think it's
sorry.
funny. I don't think it's funny at all.
You shouldn't find it funny. I find it fucking hilarious.
It's driving me crazy. Like my dream now, right?
What? No. Please tell me.
My realistic dream that's now within reach.
Let me hear this. I do need to hear this now.
Okay. Mike Bobo,
Mm-hmm.
that young up and coming offensive coordinator,
Oh, jeez.
gets snatched up by some NFL brain trust. And everyone gets fired in Baltimore, finally. And Todd Monken ambles on back down to Athens to win some more titles.
I thought you would just beg Mike Bobo to go with Shoddy out in Dallas.
No, I don't give a shit where he goes. Just go.
Like, you're just begging him. Like, you're
just leave.
I don't think he's leaving just for anything.
Get off the property.
I don't think you're getting Monken back, man.
What? They're gonna fire that staff.
They are, but Monken's gonna go somewhere else in the NFL.
It was so good in Athens, Todd.
I know it was because it was
the money's longer than it was, dog. The money's bigger than it was.
But he works less in the NFL.
He works work here. There's an infrastructure in place,
sir.
That's why we keep Boom around for the recruiting,
sir. You mean
why do you think Muschamp's getting a check?
Of course, because
recruiting and vibes.
Exactly. But for the offensive coordinator of Georgia, that's an actual job. That's an actual factual 55 hours a week job.
He ain't got a crew.
So
he got to work for working for Saban Jr. isn't exactly the easiest thing in the world. You're right.
You have to come up with the most intricate running plays that tickle that man's caveman fantasy.
Just steal what Mike McDaniel's doing. That shit's fancy as fuck.
How about that? Since you have your little obsession, why don't you just ask for Mike McDaniel as an offensive coordinator? That might be a little bit more realistic.
I'm okay with that, actually. You know why I'm okay with that? Because it's not Mike fucking Bobo. Okay, before we finish up college football, DJ Lagway has apparently entered the portal.
Have you seen the quarterbacks that are in the portal this year?
I don't give a shit. I know what you fuckers are doing. I commend it. I'm not going to pretend this matters until you sign somewhere else. Go get your money. I understand what you do. Play your little hardball. But until you sign that letter of intent to go somewhere else, I don't give a shit. Not just DJ Lagway. All he is. I'm
disappointed in Lenora Sellers for actually signing up to play Kendall Bry's football. I'm disappointed in that man. You could have left Columbia, South Carolina, and actually had
Shane Beamer believed in that kid when a lot of people didn't.
Fair, but it's time to believe in yourself.
I commend his loyalty.
Again, that man should have believed in himself and his NFL chances before Kendall Briles would have been a bridge too far.
I understand that. You and I have the benefit of being old.
Fair.
He is a young man.
So where's the kid's parents? I hate to be that old person that says,
"Oh no, I'm leaving now. We're leaving football now. Can't have you saying where the parents at." My God,
I have to ask.
Little basketball palate cleanser. We're going to talk about college basketball. Just kidding, motherfucker. We're talking about the NBA because this weekend in the NBA Cup, I learned something. Now you know what I learned?
What did you learn?
The Thunder can bleed.
What does it take for them to bleed? Let's be
all
real
that
specific.
For a drop of blood.
Let's be real specific.
For those who didn't see, the Spurs had 4 starters score 20 points. and they won by 2.
They're winning 75 games, right? Like we've just assumed this, right? They're winning 75.
It's so wild. Because the point differential is worse than last year.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, I was like, they're beating the dog shit out of people. Mm-hmm. And they've done this without Jalen Williams. I'm like, what? What are you supposed to do?
Die. Painfully. Die. That's what you're supposed to do.
And I know
They're
people
gonna
say, "Oh, it's early in the season." Guys, we're
No.
like 25. We're like a quarter
No.
of the season. These niggas have lost twice.
Guys, there's been 2 cycles of film out on these guys, and they've only lost twice.
The Heat have lost 4 in a row. That's not related, I promise.
But like, just as an explanation, normally around the 10-game mark, first set of film goes out so that you know how to defend guys and defend their sets. 20 games, you have a really good idea of what teams are about to do.
Yep.
The fact that there have been 26 games and only 2 teams have done enough to put a dent in that loss column should be a very stark warning about what's coming. And oh yeah, if you really want to be depressed, go look at what picks they are owed them.
We're not going to do that. No, this isn't that show. That's a sad show. This is a fun show because this show's about the fact that it's not just the 2 teams have done put that dent into them. Their attention hasn't wavered. That's the thing I think is the most shocking part because, as we've all talked about, 82 games is a slog. It's hard. It is mentally and physically draining in a way that you and I always joke about college players after they play their first 30 games. It's like, well, that was your season, kid. Now the real work starts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
welcome to King Day. Welcome to
King Day. Oh, the King Day cliff that rookies fall off. It's real, and there's a reason for it. They never played that much basketball in their lives, especially high level basketball. Mm-hmm. Do you think this team, full of youth, but already champions,
mm-hmm.
and already setting historic pace, Shea isn't playing fourth quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Can they maintain the focus? Like when you say 75,
yes.
And I think about teams that have flirted with or broken the 70-win threshold. It's always, yes, there's always some youth there because you've got to have young legs to do it. Or at least ageless legs like Michael Jordan. But more than anything, you've got to have that mentality, that and it's usually older personalities
mm-hmm.
who have that air of seriousness of, hey, this is work every 82 games. And I'm not questioning them based on any evidence. I'm just saying human nature shit. Like,
yes.
You've done it before. Like, it's not new and fresh and exciting. Are you creating, like, how do you keep these young kids where the old man is Alex goddamn Caruso? How do you keep them at that level of motivation? Like, it seems physically and mentally draining because you play 82 and then you play another 20. Like, that's a 100-game season. It's one of the reasons we're going to talk about the NFL at the end here, but we'll talk about cumulative injuries and cumulative wear and tear. Nata is 75. Like, I don't want to be greedy and say, let's get 75, but like, I watch him play and I'm like, nigga, get 75. What are we doing? Get 80. Why would you lose again? Like, I don't understand what they're making me think.
Because you know why they're going to win 75, Palm? Because think about, you just said it. SGA is not playing fourth quarters. This team is going to effectively be able to load manage their way through 75 games. It's going to be the most impressive 70-win season because we're going to start seeing Shea not play games, but you still have Chet, you still have Jalen, you still have you have AJ Mitchell, you still have Wiggins, you have Hartenstein, you have everything. And again, they're just so friggin' deep. They're going to spend January developing a whole bunch of other guys on that bench. Usman Jang, a whole bunch of those other guys, they're legitimately 12 NBA rotation players deep. Most teams might have 8. Most teams have 9. Might have 9. My thing is stop trading with Sam Presti, especially if it involves draft picks. If he asks for your draft pick, you say no thank you, you hang up, and you block the number. You do not deal with this man anymore. Stop it. Stop fueling his pick supremacy because he owns the draft palm. He owns the next 5 drafts, for God's sakes.
If Sam Presti calls you, hit him with that Bobby Hill. That's my purse. I don't know you.
Exactly.
Whatever it takes.
Just say
you
no.
Gotta just Nata's right. Like, hang up the phone and block the fucking number. We know he's on burners now.
Like, just say no. There's no prospect.
You're not going to win. And guess what? If you call him with a deal, think back harder. He incepted you. Did you dream of Leonardo DiCaprio? Did you break into a bank? No. You're not putting an idea in your own head, you fool.
Jalen Williams is not worth the squeeze of the picks that you're about to give up.
I can't imagine. The thing is, I don't know if he's right. Because he might be. He's that good. Other NBA story right now, kind of at the as we head towards Christmas Day, which is my favorite day. NFL, you'll get none of my eyeballs that day. God damn it.
Especially with that schedule. Especially
Giannis destinations, bro. Because we're done in Milwaukee.
So can I offer you a theory?
Offer the theory. Is it the same? I hope it's not the one I was going to say for the end of this conversation, but yes, go ahead.
Why bother? Because you're not, anything you do is not beating OKC. Anything you add, again, adding him to your squad is not beating OKC.
So I want to just put a pin in what you just said. Let's talk about other places that have been rumored. New York, interesting rumor. Do you think there's any life to that?
Yes, but I think it's stupid.
Okay, go on.
So let's say Karl Anthony Towns and you lose, I don't know, an OG. Like you lose two important pieces.
Right.
What makes this team any different than those Milwaukee teams with Dame?
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson plays as good defense as Dame did.
But you're having a defensive additive by having Giannis not be Karl Towns.
Fair, but I think all you're doing is rehashing those old Milwaukee teams that were really good one way, not so good the other.
But if you get hot at the right time and get some good wings, I mean, if this is your only deal, then yeah, that's a problem. But if it's the beginning of a let's revamp this into a championship roster type deal, then I could see some life there. Because if you improve the wing play there, then yeah, you are that Milwaukee team that happened to win a title. Like it's doable with that framework, in my opinion. And I'm not even a New York guy.
I see what you're saying. I'm just at the point where I don't think the Knicks. I think
swinging small's getting them nowhere.
I agree there, but
okay.
I would also say that's not the swing I would do. I would probably look to see if there's any other star, something that's going to cost you less than Towns, because I think Towns is what makes them special on offense. I do wonder.
That's fair.
I do wonder, like, there's got to be another way to do this. I agree the wings aren't good enough, but I do think that the next piece has to be the final piece. It can't be we're going to do this and then revamp everything else. I think that
some of the offensive wrinkles that Towns brings would be welcome for Giannis because it would allow him to change his game some and let him age better. But I see what you're saying as far as like the evidence we have in front of us. The rumor I'm going to float right now that is only evidenced by the fact that they pulled both of these teams over-unders off of Vegas Sportsbooks.
I did see this.
Minnesota and Milwaukee. Now, the question is, you can't get past OKC. If I turn Rudy into Giannis, maybe I can.
It's not just Rudy, though. And again, Minnesota is one of those places that has a lot of picks. They have a lot of Utah picks.
Yep.
So it makes
sense. Very valuable picks.
Very valuable picks. They have a lot.
No one can ever tell me how smart Brad Stevens is ever again, for the record.
Yeah. So I do see the point in adding, like, I just wonder, like, if you're closing for, like, what are you doing for the point guard spot? Because again, Rob Dillingham ain't it.
Again, this is like if this happens now, there's other trades to be made. Like my thing is like I'm not here to solve it. I'm here to tell you where I think a fun spot. If you give me him and Ant,
you have a.
We'll figure it out.
You have more faith in that than I do. You have more faith in that than I do. Your second best wing defender is the best player on the Atlanta Hawks right now.
Look, I can't fix the mistakes they've already made.
Like, that's half the problem. If you told me Like
I'd say if you go before the Nickel Alexander deal, then yes. Okay, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. If you told me that he was still there, do it. Go ahead. Because with Giannis and Nikhil Alexander Walker, and you could survive with Naz Reid at the 5 that way. I don't think you have enough defense. And again, they're playing Joe Ingles real minutes right now, dog.
Joe Ingles.
Like, and we're not talking like good Joe Ingles from Utah. We talking like really like all-star at YMCA Joe Ingles, right?
That's rude as the like,
but accurate.
It's hyperbole. We've seen the Scalabrini shit. It's hyperbole. All right, that's enough NBA. I want to talk about the NFL. And because we're two black men of a certain age, I want to talk about Stuart Sanders. Because two black men of a certain age, we're going to talk about it the right way. Because 3 picks and 5 sacks. We done here? Am I done? Are we done?
No,
Are we done? Am I done?
Better.
Can I be done?
You know
Dog,
better.
So I'm at the barbershop last week getting this shit tightened up. And our barber's like, "What do you think about Shedeur now?" And I'm like, "We talked about this last time I was here about a month ago, getting my beard tightened up." He's like, because he told me that every time he hears about it, all he hears is my voice saying, "Y'all don't have to think this. They already told their commercials. They have to say these things. It's a 5th round draft pick." And as I've said the whole time, the story of unrecruited player going to an HBCU, parlaying that into a major college quarterback position, parlaying that into being a second-team All-American and getting drafted is, by any other read, a fantastic story. That is a Disney fucking movie. But because y'all so fucking thirsty, y'all got to pretend this motherfucker's not what he is. A 5th round draft pick. And I got to tell you, hey, man, he had the longest time to throw last year in college football. And you say, oh, that's pretty interesting. I say he also had the shortest average distance of pass, which means he's taking a long time to make short decisions. You cannot do that in the NFL. I say in the NFL, if you want to succeed, you got to be one of 3 things. You got to be 2 of 3 things, excuse me. Super smart. Super great arm strength. Or super athleticism. You can't have just one of them.
But
Shedeur, let's just say that he is the football savant you all think he is, even though he's never been coached by anybody who wasn't his father. Let's pretend that that's true. That arm's never been there. Athleticism's a minus.
We agree there.
What are we doing? So have we seen enough? Are we done like convincing ourselves that this isn't what it is?
No, we're not. Because again, we're going to do this all the way into next offseason. We know this. This is going to be a thing. He has become Tebow, where the idea of him is bigger and better than what he actually is. He's become Tebow.
I said this is Tebow mania at the barbershop last week. I was like, yo, this is Tebow mania. And my dude started dying laughing. I was like, yo. And he was like, I don't know, man. I kind of like Tebow. I was like, man, I'm glad you cut hair, dog. Like, this is ridiculous. Exactly. I was like, that's a lot. Come on, man. We all got eyes. Damn.
To be fair, the more problematic the takes, the better the barber. We have figured that part out.
My beard does look good. Phillip Rivers, he's got the brain. He doesn't have the arm or the athleticism, but the brain I know is there. You know what I didn't know that I learned today?
Is it the insurance thing?
No, well, that's the next joke. But this is not a joke. This is true. When Shane Steichen was developing this offense in San Diego, he was Phillip Rivers' quarterback coach. It's not like he knows the offense. This motherfucker built it. So when they were doing checks during the week, everyone was like, hey, how do you know this? He goes, oh, I built this offense.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That being said,
yeah,
everyone's like, oh, he looked pretty good. He looked like he was 40 fucking 4.
Yeah.
But as you already mentioned and undercut my reveal, Phillip Rivers. Sorry. So when you end NFL playing, you get 5 years of continued health care, which means that right at the buzzer, Phillip Rivers has reset his 5 years.
So I just want to know, was there a call after the Achilles tear from Phillip Rivers to Shane Steichen? Was there the phone? Which way did the first phone call come from? Did it come from Phillip to Shane or from Shane to Phillip?
Nata. This is a man who has 10 children and a grandchild, no hyperbole, in Mobile, Alabama, who I imagine just had his high school season end because he's a high school coach.
That's true.
The last place Phillip Rivers wants to be is at home.
That's true. He called.
So he saw that snap and was like, he just hit speed dial number 2, Shane.
Exactly.
Hey, Shane. I guarantee he's running a watered down version of this offense in his high school. I just thought about that.
Yeah, no, he is. He absolutely.
What are the odds he made 2 offenses? What a stupid thought that is. He's definitely running a version of this in high school.
Of course he is. And he's kicking everybody's ass with
it.
That's
just abusing teenagers. They don't know how to disguise coverage. They had PE 7th period. Like, what are you talking about?
But again, the sad thing is he's doing what everybody else would be doing right now.
That's really funny, actually. Now that I'm talking about it, that's really funny. But him getting health care through his job isn't that funny because, like, there's been a lot of injuries this week. Micah Parsons lost a knee. A lot of other stuff happened, but of course the big one is
Mr. Mahomes.
Mr. Mahomes tore his ACL. Apparently, no other major structural damage in there. Nata, man. End of an era in Kansas City because, like, you've got to be done if you're old buddy Travis.
Well, Travis got to go make a whole bunch of money being Mr. Swift. So
have you heard Bo's show today?
I have not yet.
He does a great take on why is Klay Thompson still going to work?
Yeah, that's true too.
Which is the only way to talk about a relationship, for the record. That's how you do that. I had to Bo. But yeah, man, we're having and people are like, oh, it's just a freak accidents. These are cumulative injuries, man. And I know it didn't happen in the 17th game, but the more football you play, the worse it is for you. Full stop.
Yeah.
So, can you look at this and say that 17 games isn't responsible?
No, but here's the thing. We do this in basketball all the time. How many times have you heard shorten the schedule, this, that, and the third, yada, 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 for Achilles tears? And granted, they're up, but we never do this microscope thing with the NFL. And the NFL has got more, again, the whole CTE thing. At some point, we have to, examine this for what it is. We're never going to do it.
Did you see that game last week when the boy in the Guardian hat put that hit on Rasheed Rice for the Chiefs? I was like, that's both safe and unsafe. I don't know how I feel about this.
Again, you out there looking like Marvin the Martian giving out dome shots.
Man, it's there's a part of me that's I would wear whatever it took to be safer on the field. It's a creeping fear of mine. It's the cumulative damages of the head trauma I took. But at the same time, I'm man, I wouldn't wear no fucking Guardian hat. Ridiculous, man. I just...
No, you have to think about how, again, you have to, if they made it, if they found a way to make the fabric or at least just a smidge smaller, you could get away with it.
If you could, I'd wear one if no one could tell I was wearing one.
Fair.
How's that sound?
Fair.
That sounds terrible. And it is terrible. But it's true.
It's human nature. It's human nature. We don't want to be the other. We don't want to other ourselves. So therefore, we're not going to other ourselves by looking be out there looking crazy.
Crazy. Speaking of crazy, do you know this is the first postseason since 1998 without Manning, Brady, or Mahomes?
Wait, what?
This is the first NFL postseason since 1998 without Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Patrick Mahomes.
So when the ratings go down, what are we going to say?
You can no longer tackle Patrick Mahomes. That'll be the new rule. Because if anyone remembers, in Tom Brady's 9th season, he tore his ACL. And the rule changed. And you can no longer hit quarterbacks below the waist. Below the leg,
yep.
Was that Vontaze Perfect?
No, that was Bernard Pollard.
Bernard Pollard, another one of our many problem children of our youth. Yeah. And it was someone who I associated with extreme violence. I just got the wrong AFC North player. Exactly. I apologize. All apologies to Vontaze Perfect. I don't want you to be mad at me.
But that's the thing, man. It's just wild. Like, what rule change? Like, when the ratings go down, I just want to hear all. Like, are we going to do all the concern trolling that we do with the NBA? Are
Yes.
we going to do it?
Yes.
I don't think we will. I don't.
Well, you got to remember, first of all, fewer people are doing it in the NBA because certain people are actually showing that if you love the game, you grow the game.
Oh yeah, because you've seen those records, right? Most watched. This has been the most watched NBA season in quite a while.
It's almost like being positive about your sport's probably a good idea, but you're right. The NFL can stop it, would never allow league partners to ask those questions. We're going to get out of here shortly, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about Cena's last night. Did you watch?
Of course I watched. I watched it live.
Of course
and again, I just want to know what everybody's so mad about.
You know why they're mad. They're mad because they're getting work. They are part of the larger play. Like, getting mad is part of it. Like, you or I have actually lost something in our love of professional wrestling because we take such a meta large scale view. I long for the day that the kid who's sleeping right over there is old enough to get it and to get mad. Like, I relish to be able to look at this thing through his eyes again. Because, like, not to like a psycho, like the people who were like chasing Gunther out the building. That's weird. But, like,
the guys that booed Triple H in the post show.
No, those guys. Guess what?
That's fair.
It's all fucking pro wrestling now, kids.
Yeah.
You wanted everything. You wanted nothing to be kayfabe. Congratulations. Everything's fucking kayfabe. We have a show called Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
It's all kayfabe, you idiots now. And guess what? Now you're a part of the show. And so, no, like, even especially the ones who were booing and cursing at Triple H. Motherfucker, we don't have to know the booker's name. He can be Paul Levesque behind a desk. But no,
we don't.
This thing is pointing at everyone who shows up the first time on Raw. This is all by design, because guess what? No matter how much vitriol I have towards the E or towards Triple H or the booking, you know who's going to catch the heat for that?
The wrestler.
The Austrian motherfucking Ring General, who is now retired Goldberg and John Cena. And apparently, while we've been talking here, been starting shit with AJ Styles.
Real? Oh, wait, hold on. He's going to be the one.
I'm telling you, this is how you build a heel.
Oh, wow.
What if I kill your heroes?
Yes, what if I kill them all one by one?
What if I kill all your heroes, dog? And then whoever knocks off Gunther, whose name shall be the ruler Obafemi. When that happens...
Is it Oba or is it Trick?
No, it's Oba.
I think Oba is over there, who is the one that ends up destroying Cody. They've already previewed that.
No, that was the establishment of the threat, because this isn't about belts. Gunther ain't wearing no belt.
That's true.
It's about who's the ruler, who runs this.
That's fair.
We're gonna get a meat. We're gonna get
big meaty men
typing meat.
Big
Gunther Obafemi. Maybe not this year. I hope they do it back in the States at Mania.
Is it bad that I wanted him at SummerSlam?
No, it's not. That's Mark's episode. That'd be fun. If you get the first one there, you culminate again with the next one, go around the WrestleMania, I'd be happy with that too. But yeah, I was happy with the event. I thought watching Obafemi on that stage was amazing. I thought that Sol Ruka is a star.
Dog. They have like NXT. We have to talk about like how many stars they have down there right now that are just too good to be there. It's the most I can remember in a long time.
It's hard for me because we've watched them build them into stars.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an era when like Triple H and William Regal went to every indie. We're like, you, come on. And those were like, that was ready-made microwave stars. People who knew how to get over and watched to get over. They knew how to get over. They came to the territory and they got over. Shout out Kenta. Sorry about that, buddy. But this feels like watching people discover who they are and learn how to get over and then get over. If that makes any sense. So like,
that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
I think it feels like we had a hand in their development because it happened in front of us. Meanwhile, when Kevin Owens power bomb, apron bombs Sami Zayn his first night. Like that wasn't because he went to promo class.
No, that was because he was just that. He was that guy.
He's that
It's
guy.
not
Like he showed up as that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
he showed up as almost a finished
It's not
product.
like Trick that basically was again behind Carmelo.
He's a valet.
He was the valet for Carmelo. Took out like it's so weird because again, Trick is officially too good for NXT. Like I don't need to see him in NXT anymore. I don't need to see Javon Evans in NXT. If he takes another bump in NXT, it's too soon. It's the same thing with Oba. Like you have 3 dudes that are already made mid-card title caliber guys already on the main roster.
Have you heard Obafemi's interview with
I did not catch
Kaz and Dave?
I have not.
He has a really good perspective on it. Like it's a very much a team player perspective. He says something to the effect of, I want to carry the ball as the quarterback as long as they need me. And if there was someone down there who I thought was 5 stars ready to take the ball from me, I would say, send me up now. Why am I down here? But they need me right now to help build everyone else. And I thought that was one of the things that I think is one of the bigger benefits of the PC is they're building that team mentality from day one with those cats.
Is it bad? I think Deion Lennox is almost there.
We'll see. And again,
I think Deion Lennox is almost there. And
is it bad that I trust Sean's eye for that more than you or I?
Yeah, no. You can. But also, hold on. That motherfucker broke Miles Bourne, and I don't see it with him. I don't see it.
Again, there's going to be misses too, but like when your hits are Obafemi, Javon Evans, and Trick, you're allowed
Jada
to miss.
Parker.
I'm just talking about the men's side. The women's side. This podcast is already too long. So, Nata, tell everyone where they can find like the bits and pieces of you that are being scattered across the internet.
All right, the bits and pieces that are scattered across the internet right now. I do have a guest column on basketball feelings. I'll probably end up doing that about once a month. Shout out to Katie Heindel who thought of me. I do a lot of stuff for Channel 6 and Shutdown Fullcast. And there may be another couple of things in the works right now. I can't reveal them. I would love to. Just follow me on Nata the Scribe at Blue Sky and on Nata the Scribe at Twitter. Yes, I occasionally use it there. And then on occasion, I do write a little basketball thing, Substack it's called Dispatches from Spectrum. It's a pretty good thing. It's a pretty good thing to read. It doesn't take much of your time, 5-10 minutes tops.
That's awesome. Guys, support our people. Nata, he's not unemployed. He's an asshole for like overstating that, but he was. he is currently no longer. He ain't lie about college basketball anymore. How about that?
I still need it for the draft, though. I still need it for the draft stuff. So yeah,
fair enough. But we're make sure you guys support him. Everybody's doing stuff. Excited to have you. Hopefully, have you more on UD Pod now. Like this could be NBA. Like I'm gonna get back into NBA stuff. I know you want to talk ball. I know you want to talk actual ball, not just the storylines that they tried to feed us. And we're in a renaissance because, man, they gave us back like actual studio shows and people who love the game.
Amazing what happens when you give a shit. And you hired the right, like we can't talk again. Show's already too long. One of these days when we get back, we got to talk about how Amazon hired all the right people. Like NBC hired all the right people. There wasn't one of those like, what the hell are you doing? And hell, again, even ESPN got better because they got shamed into being better.
Yeah,
they saw like my favorite part of this is that they saw what ESPN saw what NBC and Amazon did, and you know what they did? They pulled Stephen A. off Countdown within 2 weeks of the season.
Breath of truly fresh air. Thanks, guys, for listening. As always, subscribe everywhere you get your podcast for $3.99. Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you get it. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. That's right, YouTube, tracking this podcast in 2015, one episode at a time. Brought to you, as always, by Daniel Palmer Mortgages. If you can pay your rent, you can pay a mortgage. It's my job to help you qualify. Make sure you check out my other podcasting venture, Life, Love, and Real Estate. New episode is out. Subscribe to not miss your best way to be ready for your new home in 2026. And make sure, if you're listening to this before 8 p.m. on Tuesday, December 16th, you've got your tickets in Atlanta, Georgia to come see myself and the rest of our comedy class for our graduation show at the Punchline Comedy Club at 8 o'clock. that was your show. There is no outro. We'll be back on Friday with more from Michael Felder. See you guys then.